Hi everyone, alright, so in today's video I'm going to be talking about some applications and extensions that I'm using that have helped me tremendously to stay focused within the internet realm. So we know that on the internet there are so many distractions out there that can just prevent us from being productive. Now I know a lot of this stuff also lends itself to your overall mindset, but there are definitely some applications that you can start using that can help you to stay productive or to stay focused. So I'm going to be talking about that in today's video, and you can see how they can maybe improve your life. Take everything that I say with a grain of salt. Obviously this is stuff that works for me personally, but if you're interested, then stick around, and without further ado, let's get started. Okay, so the first extension I'm using is for Google Chrome. So just type in Chrome Web Store. In the search bar, type hide likes, and this is going to be the extension right here. So you would just click on add to Chrome. So this extension basically hides likes for a more authentic online experience. And it's actually hiding a variety of different metrics on the major social media platforms. So it's hiding metrics on Facebook, Instagram, Reddit, Twitter, and YouTube. So the reason why I'm using this extension is because I'm trying to create a much more cleaner online experience where I'm not constantly bombarded with metrics, because social media is designed to keep us in this endless feedback loop that's just constantly feeding us dopamine every time we see these notifications or these numbers and these metrics, and it becomes overwhelming to your senses. So I wanted to create, just a cleaner online experience where I remove these metrics entirely. And another thing, maybe if you're even starting off as an artist, some of us actually become reliant on these numbers or become reliant on people's validation of our artwork. If you're not receiving a certain amount of likes, we start feeling like crap. We remove our artwork, we start questioning our artistic ability, and then it's this rabbit hole that you'll fall into that inevitably leads to depression, which is not good. So there can be a really dark side to metrics, and that's why I'm also talking from experience. That's why I wanted to remove these metrics entirely. I'm not focused on them. I just want to put content out there, and I just want to start sharing content and just getting better. And it doesn't hide comments, so it still retains the social aspect of social media, which I think is fantastic. Now, obviously, depending on how you view this, maybe some of you appreciate the fact that you get to see your like counter increasing. You get to appreciate the fact that somebody clicks on like on your post, and that's cool. You don't have to hide the metrics. I'm not telling you that you should hide your metrics. I'm just telling you what works well for me and why I prefer a much more cleaner online experience without being bombarded constantly with all of these vanity metrics on all of these social media platforms. So the extension is called hide likes. Okay, so this next extension has actually helped me tremendously to stay focused, because if we on social media, we browsing Instagram or Facebook, we can sometimes be aimlessly just scrolling, maybe being inspired or just mindlessly scrolling for hours, and by the time we actually look at our watch, 4 hours has passed, we haven't completed anything, and that just means we've been unproductive for a really long amount of time. So what this application does is it's basically going to block these websites after a certain amount of time. So the application is called Stay Focused, and focus is spelled without an E. So just go ahead and add that to Chrome, and if I go to the actual settings of Stay Focused, you can see over here there's some really nice customization. So I can type in the maximum amount of time allowed per day that I can browse all of the block sites. So it's giving me 35 minutes to browse Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, but after those 35 minutes, Stay Focused is basically going to block those websites for the entire day. Or over here I can choose my active hours. So between 8 and 2 a.m. Stay Focused is going to be running. So once my 35 minutes is up, I cannot browse any websites between 8 a.m. to 2 a.m. Alright, I can also set my active days. So Stay Focused runs from Monday to Saturday, but on Sunday I'm going to be a little bit more lenient, and I'm allowing myself to browse any website I want for as long as I want. Okay, then you can obviously add to the list here of the block sites, and it's really awesome if you guys want to stay focused, or if you struggle with staying disciplined. If you're a freelancer, you're constantly at home, you're always on the internet, and there's just so many distractions out there, and we can spend way too much time on these websites just aimlessly browsing. So if you want to stay disciplined, Stay Focused is going to be a fantastic solution for you. And now you're probably wondering, okay, so the extension's working on my computer and on my Google Chrome browser, but what happens if I go to my phone? I'm still going to be able to browse those websites. Well, you can still put those restrictions in place. I know that for Android, there's an application that's called AppBlock that you can get on the Google Play Store. So it basically functions the same as Stay Focused, where it's going to block websites and restrict you from visiting them so that you can stay focused and more productive. So that is AppBlock on the Google Play Store. So another productivity tip that has helped me tremendously to stay productive is to create a daily list of goals and tasks that I need to complete. So not only does this give me direction for the entire day, but it definitely helps me to stay productive because I know that I have these goals and tasks that I need to complete. So the previous night I'll basically write out a list so that whenever I wake up the next day, I know that I've got this list created and I've got some goals and tasks that I need to focus on. So it's a great way to stay productive, and these goals and tasks can range from something as simple as brushing your teeth and washing the dishes to something a little bit more challenging like learning the user interface in Blender. But by making sure that I've got something to complete for the day, it's obviously going to make sure that I'm constantly staying productive, and I don't need to rely on any technology over here, but it's all up to you guys. You can write out your list on your computer. I'm just using a pen and a piece of paper, and by physically scratching off these goals and lists daily, it's releasing some dopamine in my brain that's making me feel really good. I feel like this release of dopamine is beneficial to my well-being because it's linked to something that's actually productive. So I highly recommend that you guys give this a try. Give yourself some direction for the day, create these daily lists and goals, and see how it works out for you. So another productivity hack, and this is if I'm actually dealing with brain fog. So sometimes I'll actually go outside for a walk or a jog just to clear my mind before I actually start creating. But sometimes I actually need to kick my brain into gear because it's feeling really lazy. There's just a whole lot of brain fog over there. So in order for me to kick my brain into gear, I actually want to start brain training it and getting it active, and by doing that I'll focus on something that's not even related to design. So I'm using an application over here called Elevate, which actually helps me get better at English and mathematics, and I've noticed if I dedicate about 30 minutes to this application, it starts activating my brain, and for some reason it just makes it a lot easier for me to transition into work. So I'll do this whenever I wake up. Right, I'll brush my teeth, and before I even get started with work, I'll do a little bit of brain training just to get my brain activated, and then from there I should be good to go. I'll be able to start creating, and this is what works for me, guys. I love using this application Elevate. Maybe for some of you guys it'll be a lot better for you to go outside for a walk. See what works best for you. Remember, I'm talking about applications and stuff that works best for me, and it's up to you if you want to give this a try. So if you guys are struggling to be productive and generate some ideas, I highly recommend visiting Pinterest. But be warned, this website is an endless ocean of awesome imagery. So you can spend a lot of time on this website. Just be mindful of that. But I noticed sometimes if I'm struggling with some ideas, I'll just hop onto Pinterest. I'll probably see something that's going to, spark some interest or get those creative juices flowing. So it's a fantastic platform just for looking at incredible imagery that's going to get you inspired and motivated to create your next art piece. So you can see over here, this is just an endless wall of awesome imagery, a whole lot of boards that I've decided to follow. So I highly recommend Pinterest if you're looking for some incredible imagery to get you inspired. Now, something else that I want to talk about on social media, whether you're on Facebook or Instagram, is actually curating the content we consume. So now we're not relying on any applications. This is simply just a decision we make. We decide who we want to follow and what we want to see in our timelines. Yes, it is possible to curate the content you consume, guys. You don't have to follow every Tom, Dick, and Harry, right? You don't have to follow every account that's got pictures of cats or booties and stuff like that. You must make the decision to curate what you want to consume. Whenever you open up Instagram, are you feeling motivated? Are you feeling inspired by the content that you're actually seeing? And that's why on Instagram I'm not following thousands and thousands of accounts. I only want to follow individuals that are going to really motivate me and inspire me, because time is precious, guys, and whenever I'm on Instagram, I know that I've already allocated like 35 minutes for myself. So in those 35 minutes, whenever I'm browsing through Instagram briefly, maybe I'm seeing an artist uploading some incredible piece of artwork or sharing a really awesome tip and a trick that I can start utilizing in my work. I'm trying my best to utilize that time efficiently. So by curating who I'm following, it does a lot for me mentally, and it does a lot for the content that I'm consuming on these social media platforms. Alright, so that's going to be it. I know that when it comes to productivity and motivation and all of this type of stuff, it's obviously not just going to be reliant on applications. It's more of a mindset type of thing. But I did want to discuss these applications because they've helped me tremendously, and maybe some of you guys can give them a try, see what it does for your life, see how it can maybe improve your life. I know for a fact I've now eliminated metrics, so I no longer need to worry about numbers and all of that are constantly put in my face, which really just drives me crazy. And I can basically remain a lot more disciplined by using an application that will block websites so that I can actually get back to work. And I know how to kick my brain into gear by doing some quick brain training so that I can actually start creating. So just some simple applications that have done a lot for me mentally and have definitely helped me to stay productive. So give it a try, don't give it a try, it's completely up to you guys. But I wanted to discuss this and share it with you in case you're interested. Alright, so as always, stay tuned for some more videos, tutorials, or random blabbering videos like this on the channel. I truly appreciate the support, and goodbye.